something that's AD, and this is taking a page away from LGD. They now have a great scaling composition, double AD hyper carries going. That's going to be a triple camp advantage.
Oh man, this is not looking good for Quay. Quay, you gotta bail out of that one. You have no priority. Even with the dredge line, Uniboy trying to see if he can show up, but you can already see on the minimap that Cold's gonna be getting here pretty soon with the hope of a lantern. Aki had to flash over, but there's so much damage. First blood goes over to OMG.
Reset
gonna be able
City.
to jump away with a rocket jump. Not even gonna be cut off from the path, unless of course you're gonna have Kramer show up right place, right time. Has a good amount of damage. Might be able to get Aki. There it is. Uniboy's gonna be able to get the buff for himself. Zooming's got nowhere to go either. Had to flash, but still dies to Kramer over on the other side of the wall. With Cold barely limping away. The flash comes in. Uniboy trying to slow him down just enough. They've got the soldiers in place. There's gonna be a double kill for Kramer with Eric running back to the turret. LGD, they do end up punishing.
They certainly could come back. I'm just disappointed because they could have closed the game right then and there. They could have actually just ended the game. Quay would have been so far behind.
You see if Chance and Kramer are going to play a little too confidently and step a little too far. Nice hook with the flay as well on a Chance. So he dies immediately, even with an exhaust on Kramer. Has that chance to be able to get back towards his turret, trying to dodge away from any hook that could come in from Gold. He'll be able to survive. Well, top lane, Colt, New, having a little bit of a battle back and forth, but
the first tower, getting gold on your Jinx is preferable than getting gold on your Gnar. That's
yes.
So it's pretty awkward to see LGD with this strategy. Essentially what they have to do is they have to trade double, and Quay could have taken the Herald by themselves. They over-rotate their entire bot lane, and you also see an experience share coming out from Kramer and Colt. That's never going in to contest the Drake. They do have the Drake stack, and I believe at this point, with Colt not hitting Mega anytime soon, they actually have the better 5v5 as well. They're going for it.
Hook, and look at that. They gift a free kill to Eric.
Oh, that's just painful to watch. You know, Eric definitely knew that there were members around that section of the map. They saw Jinx just coming into the jungle a second ago, and he still fakes checks that. So this basically means that LG's macro decisions just fall completely apart, and they're to my original trade. The upside of this, though, we do have to mention the upside of this trade is that they are strategy, and now Uniboy might be in trouble.
Does have beautiful. Nice out of Cold. Look at that. He was able to pick him off perfectly so they can pick up the kill with the Rift Herald 2 and knock that down right immediately too.
Yeah, and again, I hate to repeat on this, but this really does stem from LGD giving up the top side. They had Colt in the top side with full vision advantage. They gave that over, gave the tower plus Herald great support to look at, and why he has that veteran status.
Trying to see if he can continue to support this team and get them carried. As it is going to be a fight around the dragon to pull and kill on a Chance with the rest of LGD using the Emperor's Divide to try to be able to escape from the fight. They gave up the dragon completely. That is sole point now picked up by OMG. Be able to fix the mistakes of spring, work together, have that communication down, and be able to win. Right now, underneath the turret, Chance was trying to get a pick on Eric, but he has to go golden to be able to survive, and he's still alive. Eric is perfectly happy. Aki shows up too, with the help of New on the other side. What are you going to do, Uniboy? You're taking way too much damage, and it's going to be Cold. Now Cold, it's New who picks up the kill, with Chance on the other side, completely zoned away by Cold, so they get the kill for Aki, with New doing so much to absorb so much pressure out of Kramer. They can't peel back. They have to run for the hills. The flash come in and gets a slow onto Kramer, using Killer Instinct to escape, but he doesn't really get out of there. It's a double kill picked up by OMG.
And OMG are showing up massively on this Tristana. We talked about this. OMG, in these 2 weeks, he has been given the red side last pick, and he's been able to make it work. This is how he wants to play: aggressive in lane, having lane priority, and keeping himself away from the control mages. When you see him on a streak like this, keep your hopes alive and go for that 8 series win. But if they drop here, it's next to impossible, as we have Simon coming in.
Was able to get the Onslaught of Shadows, but still got the double knockup. New is doing so much to be able to disengage at the moment that they're not feeling confident to try to fight back against OMG. The jump comes in. Nice play, though, to be able to disengage that, and now they feel confident. Lilting Lullaby onto 3 members, looking to be able to get the sleep that they need to, but they have the damage in the backline onto Quay, trying to be able to escape with Chance, barely getting the heal to survive. Nobody's died just yet. Finally, we see the kills coming through for OMG, taking down the members of LGD. No longer excited. Now you've got the momentum coming in from OMG as they chase down Kramer Kramer, trying to run away, but they know that they got the TP play. Kramer's trying to get the red buff on the way out, but he is cut off. There's no way, no base to be able to return to. Even News here to make sure that he's got nowhere to go. Shouting at him. There it is, taking down Kramer, and they have minions mid lane if they wanted to, but they know Baron is a better option.
4-man dead for LGD, Baron wide open, and OMG, this is a teamfight composition that is getting online early. That was about as one-sided as you could possibly have hoped for. Colt still had a great Mega Gnar ultimate into the backline, but it just wasn't enough. The damage difference coming in from Uming, coming in from Eric, who was completely untouched during that entire teamfight, was just way too much of a difference. And it looks like
that inhibitor turret in the bot lane.
Yeah, they do have to pull the trigger pretty soon. As you mentioned, the cannon minion coming down, and OMG are the ones going in.
Yeah, it's not even LGD, even though Colt went in the back line, he died too quickly to be able to make any work, as Uming tried to see if he could get the damage onto Kramer, but he might have jumped a little bit too far, trying to see if he could stay alive. They're going to be able to get the kills they need to, but it's only too late that they finally took down Uming. Everyone else on LGD is dead, with only Uniboy underneath the Nexus turret trying to survive. But now that they take down the inhibitor in the bot lane, OMG should be able to end the game.
No response from LGD. That was New crashing in from the side lanes. We saw LGD lose their carries pretty early on, and in that fight, there was no summoners for Kramer. OMG are going to take this one down in under 28 minutes, shattering LGD's hope for an easy pathway to playoffs.
Yeah, trying to deny that miracle run out of LGD. Uniboy pretty much standing on the steps, hoping to be able to get back in, but it's too late. Game 1 for OMG. They're replicating something that might be able to roam a bit more around the map, that might give LGD that pressure topside that they kind of need to when you have Jace lane. This feels like the nature of the Gnar Jace lane. You don't ever really want to step up. Look at how much damage that New took, but he's actually getting a lot back onto Colt, who's cutting back in the minions, trying to get that level 2 flash. Oh, but first blood before even having level 2. Didn't even need it.
Yeah, he actually overstayed from Leona. You can buffer the Solar Flare, the Zenith Blade, the Shield of Daybreak. So you can get away from everything, but they're still trying to play super safe, and now Aki might be finding a comeback kill onto Colt.
Well, let's see right now, as Colt does not have flash, wants to get a little bit of damage back on Aki, but of course it is still Hecarim, getting a lot of damage back, even with the Shock Blast. We knew that Aki was going to get that kill.
Yeah, not even with the pink ward. In the meantime, Aki and Quay are getting help on this Drake.
Yeah, but who's going to be picked? Is it Uming, who gets jumped on, trying to kite back, has no exit. They get the dragon stolen away by Quay, but does seem that Uming will barely be.
By the items and summoners right now, I do give a bit of an advantage to LGD. They do have that extra flash on the mid lane, so a very strong summoner presence here, but Eric is going in.
Trying to see the damage they can get onto Uniboy, but it's going to be OMG trying to escape. Barely alive Eric is, but the laser pointer takes him down. I don't know who was able to get the smite kill on to the Rift Herald, though. It might have been OMG, who were scattered away and not able to secure themselves the objective, while New about to go mega, but Quay flashing in, wanting to be able to get in range to be able to get the Bear Stand stun and kill.
The great play from Quay, knowing that he could make that distance.
Now they're put on the back foot, trying to be able to get themselves a little bit of gold. Uniboy seems like their target, since that is a Volta lane, as you talked about, but they have Quay nearby, and that Chaos Storm's doing a lot of damage. They finally were able to pick up the kills of Quay, unfortunately not able to dissuade the dive and the kill from going over to OMG, while top lane,
The key thing here is how can New join this fight, and if you look at his Mega Gnar bar, this is actually really well played from LGD. He's just going into cooldown. There will be no Mega Gnar in this team fight, and it will rely on OMG just running into this one, but the Drake actually resets.
Yeah,
it's a bit
and
disastrous.
the Chaos Storm was already used by Uniboy too, so it might be the smite fight. No, it's going to go over to Quay, but the fight continues out of OMG with the onslaught of shadows into the backline. It doesn't get the kill just yet. Quay's still alive. They've lost out on Rakan. Without Cold here to be able to dissuade, it seems that LGD are going to continue to chase with the flash coming in, but it's followed up by the killer instinct of Kramer, taking 2 kills for themselves. A lot of damage on Eric underneath the turret. LGD not done just yet. They might just go for the full commit dive with all 5 members here. Eric trying to be able to keep at bay, saying, please don't. I'm not the one you want to be able to kill here. I don't want to die today. Laser pointer comes in, and there it is, being able to pick up the kill onto Eric underneath the turret. New about to go mega, but he's got a lot of damage on top of his head. Same with Aki, scaring away LG.
So, Yeah, they definitely lose out on this one. There's no teleport from Ooming either, so if they just stayed in their position, they actually wouldn't, there was nothing OMG could actually trade back. But they go for the play, and now what they're on track to do is go for a double herald into the mid lane. They're probably not going to get the full tower, but hey, a shove is good enough, and they can take the top side as well.
Having a tier 1 mid is always nice too.
Would maybe snipe it off if he dies, whatever, and then you just try to play the side lane. So OMG are over-indexing into this really hard, and it could cost.
They steal. Onslaught of Shadows. Smite Steal does come in, and they get the kill on Udyr as well, but now they have to escape. Look at the damage into the backline. They're so low. It's going to be the Gale Force getting a lot of damage onto Cold with a huge Narn to the wall in the backline by Nu. Trying to get out with the Realm Warp. Oh, Nu doesn't get the party train. He's left out to dry, but the rest of OMG, they got away with the robbery.
That was so fun to see. OMG can't believe it themselves. Look at the emote from Aki. He's like, what? I got the steal? I also got the kill? What happened here? That was insane from OMG to be able to pull that off. I like how they have the right ideas. It was Drake steal, pretend that you're going to... So
hey, no.
That's what Rookie died for. So it's not completely impossible, but OMG are going in.
They gotta be able to get the picks here. They can't die like that. OMG, beautifully done to find Colt.
Great play. Get a little bit of damage on. This is going to keep his Narbar ticking up, and it also means that he can find a good flank in this situation. LGD is actually risking a lot here by going for this break. They don't have the pick.
One again.
And they get it though.
They do, and Solar Flare gets the pick on Ooming as well. Flash comes in from Quay, but huge knockup by Cold in the backline. That might rip apart LGD. You got the objective, but at what cost? Buster Shot knocks him back to trade the junglers, but now it's going to be Eric taken down, double kill by Kramer. The rest of them trying to see if they can run away, but Ooming, he's tagged and he's down. Quay finds him, and you know what they're pinging. It's Baron time.
Oh, they also get the snipe off kill. That was insane. I didn't see that one coming through, but that was very well done. Troubling enough, that kill actually went over to Quay. We don't really know why, but OMG, that was definitely a winnable fight. Unfortunately for OMG, I'm not sure what Eric went. He actually went over the wall by himself, gets instantly picked off, and it just wasn't worth it. If they could have killed the front line from LGD that went over the ramp, I think that would have been enough. That would have been enough of a lead to sell this game out. Instead, Eric loses his mind, jumps straight in, and LGD says thank you very much, and they accelerate.
Blind. It was a blind snipe. He just threw out a shock blast saying, he might be there.
Uniboy?
Uniboy has chance nearby, and the TPs are coming in to try to see if they can actually get the pick.
No,
but Eric is taken out, so it's a 1-for-1 trade, and Cold can't run away from Colt, it seems. Even with an onslaught of shadows by Aki, they are stuck in this fight. Ooming trying his best, but they want to be able to give a kill over to Colt while they chase down on the other side from Quay, being able to scare away the pony. Crack that final outer turret that remains for OMG.
Does look like it. No opposition coming in from OMG. I think they still need more time to scale up.
Look at the damage onto Cold, the poke, and this is the difficulty with LGD's comp that you're trying to run into. They can constantly siege down, so Aki has kept that bait purely by Uniboy and Chance. They can't get anywhere near, and with the slow on Ooming, has to flash away from the Zenith Blade to be able to survive, but OMG at least are attempting to be able to get into the backline. They've already lost Cold, unfortunately, so Aki trying to run away. Gnar ult not going to come in just yet from Nu. Finally going to be able to get it, but he dies in the meantime. Two are picked on their side, trying to be able to make it out. This time, though, they're empty. Their pockets have nothing left as LGD are able to get the minions to march down into the base.
Honestly, that play made zero sense from Aki. I don't know what the communication was, but Aki doesn't go in for this steal. He decides to go in when his top laner doesn't want to go in, and they pretty much just throw the game off of that. I'm really surprised about that one. Here? OMG don't get the third item spike that they were looking for, and now LGD are looking to close this one off and go to a game 3.
Ooming just gets picked underneath the Nexus turrets, even though members are respawning. It might be too late. No Nexus turrets left. This is LGD wanting to be able to get to game 3. They know that the competition was going to fall off sooner or later, so they decided to be able to get that lead for themselves here at 30 minutes into the game. There it is. We are going to game 3.
Definitely a winnable game from OMG, but we just didn't see them hit their favor sustained fights. It is tremendous. LGD have a very, very powerful team fighting comp. And like you mentioned, in the top side, we should expect Cult to be pushing in. So LGD, they have the 4-1. They have the
outside of a miracle. I don't know how well it's going. Like, there's not even just a miracle. You're gonna need like 6 miracles if they lose to OMG, which is why OMG looking for a late invade again, like they did in game 1. But LGD are reading this play far better than last time. Cold doesn't even have the ability to flash away just yet. They got the exhaust on Ooming, but it's Quay who dies to first blood. OMG trying to see if they can continue the fight going with Cold in the backline, still getting kited away. Chance chased down so low. Finally, Aki takes him down. That's 2 kills. The flash comes in from Uniboy to stay alive, but a little bit of a lead for Eric and Cold, continuing that 2 kills that they've already been able to gift over to Eric, this
they
ADC.
They could be focusing on Chance.
Yeah, they definitely are focusing on Chance, even though they got a lot of damage onto Kramer already. It's going to be Eric who picks up the kill, but it's a trade of ADC for support. Unless Chance dies, cleanse away from Eric. Colt was too late to the party to be able to help out, and now he's locked underneath the turret. Uniboy
from start to finish, not allowing to pull it off. Now in the meantime, LGD trying to get something back in the top side.
Looks like a lot of damage on Anu, no flash, so he was able to easily run him down, getting a little bit of gold back for that first before maybe rotating down to the bot lane. Since, again, we look back to Quay and where he's at, what he's able to do, which isn't really much.
A chance because he doesn't have that exhaust up just yet, but that was a smart play from Cold.
Getting a lot of damage onto Cold, knocked him back as well with the charge. He's still alive for a long time, but eventually will die to Kramer.
Good play from there. I thought Cold would be able to get and just doing it with the 3-man. It will be a smite fight though.
Could be a smite fight. Here's the onslaught of shadows with an ignite in the backline. Encore connecting onto 2 members. Flash away from Aki, but it's going to be the... Wait, it's stolen away by Uniboy. He was able to get it, and so that means LGD get the eye.
Kramer is in a very interesting position. We are going to disregard that, but...
Expect them trying to scale up. Unfortunately, it is still going into a team that has a pretty decent mid game. We have a 4-0 Kaisa in your way. Your jungler's rarely been able to. So that's why I'm holding on saying they got it for sure, because I didn't know if a steal might happen.
We have seen crazier things happen in the LPL. I love how patient Cold is. He takes 300 damage just waiting over the wall for the explosive cast. Well, he decides to run away here. And it looks like we still have Colt with the advantage in this lane. He is going to get that one tower coming down. And I do want to see LGD actually trying to index into the 5v5s now. I feel like they have really good presence when it comes to sieges.
Possibility out of Cult if they need to.
Yeah, the positioning for them is too disadvantageous at this point. I would actually prefer LGD to just go for the top lane, but they are going in.
Too late. Look at Cold in the back line. He disrupts them completely. Kramer's gone. Next gonna be Chance as they got 2 kills right away. Trying to see if they can disengage. LGD, you want to be able to get away, but you already got the killer instinct coming in from Eric. A lot of damage on a Colt. Flashing away, but he flashes right back in on top of him. Has an explosive charge. Wants to at least be able to get one with him. He's still alive. How is he doing it? Trying to be able to escape with the shields coming in. They might be able to gallop back in. A little bit of damage onto Nu. The blast cone is there, but they're going to trade the life of Quay so Colt can survive.
Moonstaff, OP! And now they have that ultimate like we're talking about. If OMG get too close and have a lot of members actually caught up in the crowd control, LGD actually have a very good AoE wombo combo. They could have people walk.
Uniboy if a nice encore comes out. So they want to set up a flank potential out of Cold to be able to actually get in here. He pops the battle song, but not getting in the pit in time, so it's a Dragon secured now into the backline with a wilting lullaby as well. But keep in mind that Colt's been wreaking havoc in the backline. Ooming trying to be able to get away, getting a lot of damage back onto LGD, who are still locked inside of this pit. Eric is on the other side of the wall to be able to help get the kill onto Uniboy with LGD still there, but Colt might be able to wrestle back some control back for the fight with Eric still kiting back, not going to be able to get what they need. And OMG, even though they do lose out on Ooming, they stake down and get an ace over LGD.
That was absolutely massive for Colt to able to snipe off that kill. It's gonna delay the Baron, and it really means that LGD get to fight another day. Most crucially, Dragon Soul isn't done, isn't completely over for them, and that was a fight where I felt like it could have gone both ways, but ultimately LGD, like as we were mentioning, they don't have great backline access, and they weren't able to follow off the 4-man Seraphine ultimate. So the Encore lands on a lot of crucial members, but Kramer and Quay aren't able to find the damage to actually follow up there. It was really risky from OMG, they're not actually getting much damage out of Uniboy whatsoever. New is doing the right thing by just stacking armor as high as possible.
Well, it looks like Colt got himself picked off, even with the Sterix and Bricks. He has a lot of damage back on Ooming, but no shield today, so he dies, even with Quay on the other side wanting to be able to get back in. They lose the top laner.
I feel like Kramer might actually be forced to take Lord Dominic second rather than just going for the straight up Infinity Edge. I think so too.
Yeah,
it's kind of a sad time to be in that position. Looks like he's still going for IE, but what that means is he pretty much needs a flash, and he needs to be able to aggressively just target out Umi.
Gonna have to be able to kill him first. It seems that Ooming has been doing a pretty good job at being able to kite back. Same with
next Drake. There's gonna be no contest whatsoever. LGD know about this as well, and they're saying it's a clown soul. It doesn't really matter. We can sort of live with that one. But the next Baron is going to be massive. Maybe they have a chance.
Oh, but gets the onslaught of shadows out of Quay, trying to run back to the team. Do have the Dream Dust on chance, but not onto Kramer, so they don't want to pull the trigger on that Lilting Lullaby just yet. But OMG still do want the fight. Keep in mind that Ooming is not here just yet. They have Colt into the backline, trying to see if he can focus onto Air, getting a lot of damage with the shield as well, but they're going to lose Uniboy, and that's going to be their survivor, and their sustain gone. Even with Kramer getting a lot of damage, trying to heal back up, he finally dies in the fight. Could not pull off the miracle they needed to. It's the ace coming through for OMG, and they are here to see if they can take away a miracle from LGD.
They don't really have the minion wave or the numbers to take down the base, but it looks like an inhibitor play and potentially going for the Baron. They have full vision here. They can take this one down, come back on the map, still at an advantageous position. So LGD, they live to see another day. I don't think they're going to be able to finish just yet, but the Baron fight is going to be massively in advantage to OMG.
He has been used by Tristana, and they know that they're going to go straight to the Baron with that.
Yeah, and OMG, this is just such an easy turnaround.
Oh, no.
They're not even losing
Kramer,
HP when they're going for this one. Oh, the wave in the bottom lane. This just means no contest.
Yep, once I saw that Kramer and Chance had both backed, I saw the minion wave bot. No way that LGD could even mount a defense, and with this Baron buff, second time of the game for OMG, they're going to be able to crack more of these turrets and really force the hand of LGD if they want to even go for an Elder Drake play, or if they're going to be able to last long enough for one.
You with a very short engage, just saying, I'm going to go for the guaranteed inhibitor rather than the full-on play. Now LGD is chasing in full on their heals. We see the Infinity Edge, 4 item from now.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what we're going to get from Umi, but here's the Lilting Lullaby onto 2 members, but not onto the tanks. A lot of damage in the backline on Aki, but they're going to be able to blow up Chance, try to see if Colt can stay alive in the backline, but finally he dies, so the double kill coming in from Air. He has a killer instinct, he's on top of the carries, it's a triple kill, they're going to wipe the floor, nearly getting the penta, it's a quadra kill, clean ace out of OMG, and that is them denying the miracle. LGD not going to be able to have that likelihood anymore. OMG pull off the upset. They get the spoiler that they wanted to, and it's against LGD 2-1 in game 3.
Perfect team fighting coming out from them, and OMG show that